August is the month of political freedom for Korea from the annexation of Japan 77 years ago. So I'd like to briefly talk about forgiveness. One afternoon, many years ago, a robber with a gun entered a small shop run by a Korean immigrant in downtown Baltimore, United States. The owner gave all the money to the robber, but the robber killed the shopkeeper and ran away with the money. When this tragedy was reported in the evening news, it shocked not only Korean community, but also entire city. The victim came to the United States 2 years ago. He worked hard without a day of rest to bring his family over. He got a small street corner store and green card and was waiting for the family to arrive in 2 weeks. Police were unable to catch the murderer. The 27-year-old eldest son, who was waiting for the joy of reunion with his father, arrived alone for the funeral. The son's first words to the reporters were, "I forgive the murderer." Reporters and the citizens were again shocked. How could he forgive the murderer? I was in charge of his father's funeral and thought that the son may be a Christian young man, and I was deeply moved. Following the funeral, while we were having a quiet conversation between us, I was surprised again to find out that he was not a Christian, but still forgave his murderer. When I introduced him, Jesus Christ, who openly forgave those who were killing him 2,000 years ago in Israel, just as he did, he wanted to be a Christian himself. The young man became a hero of the city. Stephen, the first Christian martyr, also declared forgiveness and died under the same circumstances. And since then, many Christians have forgiven their enemies in the same way. I forgave Japan personally, our number one enemy country, which caused incalculable suffering to our people during the tyranny for 36 years. Korea hated Japan, which did not repent nor apologize for the atrocity, and does not know how to repent, is unable to apologize, and will not for the ills done to Korea, in contrast to Germany. The same or similar atrocities, but totally two different ways of handling. In the end, Germany is respected, while Japan is despised by the Asian countries which they ruled ruthlessly with the iron fist. However, how long should we live with hatred for Japan in our heart? We need freedom from the unstoppable hatred carried in the psyche of Korean people until today, 77 years later. Japan showed the world that it was a country that cannot and will not ask for forgiveness from those countries which they harmed until 1945, the end of World War II. But we who have always harbored national anger, we need a second liberation, this time from the hatred toward Japan, by unilaterally declaring unconditional forgiveness toward Japan. We can rise above ethically with our high level of morality. Jesus, who forgave his enemies, said, "Love your enemies, bless them, pray for them, do good unto them." And Apostle Paul also said, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome with good." Yes, we should. We will need to soar high above Japan. We should forgive them and then enjoy freedom, emotional freedom, and become a nation of peace that moves the world with a spirit of reconciliation. Thank you.